Synchronizing agents.
How's it going, YouTube? And welcome back, agents. Today's simulation is I don't know what, because I'm not looking at a gameplay right now. I'm just sat in front of the computer talking to my microphone, talking to myself, because I want to talk about some things that I feel need to be changed in Assassin's Creed multiplayer, because let's face it, Assassin's Creed 3 has gone downhill for many of us. A lot of people that I'm subscribed to aren't uploading anything anymore, and I feel that that's simply because AC3 is too ability driven. People rely on their abilities and or game mechanics to play the game in a certain way, you know, and it's just not right. So there's things that I want to discuss in this this video, so please feel free to comment about whether you agree with me or whether you don't agree with me, or things that you feel need to be changed that I haven't mentioned and things like that. So let's begin. The first thing that I feel needs to be changed is the fact that we all have 3 abilities. Now bear in mind, this is just my opinion on things that I feel need to be changed. It's not things that are going to be changed or things that are even being looked at to be changed, you know, it's just something that I feel, things that I feel need to be changed. So everyone having 3 abilities. Now in ACB and in both ACB and ACR we all had 2 abilities, and in AC3 they decided to introduce a 3rd ability, which they made ranged abilities, so that's either knives, pistol, wipe or disruption. Now I'm all for them introducing new abilities for us to use, but they shouldn't have introduced a 3rd slot, because that can make some people very overpowered in this game. And one of the things they did was they decided to put a 100-second cooldown on Smoke Bomb, which was great. But what everyone failed to realise is the fact that we all now have 3 abilities, so the majority of people have knives, which you can get on quite a low cooldown as well. So if you think about it, they kind of cut their nose off to spite their face with the increased cooldown on Smoke Bomb, because they gave us all the option to have throwing knives. And if you know how to use throwing knives properly, you can use it to very good effect to get stuns. So you could, for example, wait till half of your cooldown is dissipated on your Smoke Bomb, then use your knives to get another stun, and hey presto, that's 2 stuns in the space of half the time of your Smoke Bomb cooldown. So 3 abilities is really overpowered for some players. But then you have the opposite spectrum, which is it makes it easier for new players to get crap kills. I mean, if you're not running any defensive abilities, i.e. Smoke Bomb or knives, they can throw the knives at you, run right at you full speed, not even caring about their approach meter, and get a crappy 100 kill on you, you know? Where is the direction for new players to get good quality kills? There isn't any. So I feel that 3 abilities is just, it was an unnecessary change, and it needs to go. Again, whether or not it's something that Ubisoft would be looking at to change is neither here nor there. It's just things I feel need to be changed in the game to make the game better overall. So my next topic is the kill range, or the range of interactivity between players. Now in AC3 I've noticed a lot more that a lot more pullbacks are happening, so that would involve kill range or stun range. I feel that the range of interactivity between players should be arm's length. So if you're not arm's length from your target or your pursuer, you shouldn't be able to interact with them. It's not fair that there be a whole football field in between you and your fucking pursuer. You're running past them. In theory, you shouldn't be in their range to kill you, but yet you get pulled back and you get killed. Now, I know that there is an issue with latency and lag, host to player sort of problems, but that's neither here nor there. If the kill range wasn't as large as it is, it's almost like double arm's length. If it wasn't that big, then there wouldn't be half as many problems with pullbacks. So that's another thing that I feel needs to be changed, is the kill range. I think it would make the game a bit more stealthy as well. I mean, obviously modes like Assassinate aren't stealthy, but for base game modes like Wanted, Manhunt and Deathmatch, it would improve the whole stealth aspect of the game. So yeah, there's that needs to be changed. My next topic is kind of related to that, which is host advantage. I really don't feel that the person hosting the game should have an advantage over everybody else. So a way they could combat that would be to introduce dedicated servers. Now again, I must point out, this is not something that I feel is being looked at to be changed, nor is it something I feel they would actually introduce to improve the game. Because let's face it, there's not as many of us playing Assassin's Creed multiplayer as there is things like Call of Duty or Battlefield, you know? So there's that whole budget aspect of it, which means that if they haven't got the money, they're not going to do anything about it. So my experience with dedicated servers are actually pretty good, so if they were to introduce dedicated servers, I think that would improve the game a whole bunch as well, because so many times I've been upset by the game because of latency and lag, you know? So the next thing that I feel needs to go is the whole drop stun, reverse drop stun mechanic. Now, in ACB, or not ACB, in ACR, the whole drop stun debacle came about, and it was an abuse of a mechanic in the game, which was unintentional. Now, I'm all for punishing players that aren't stealthy, but in Assassin's Creed 3 they decided to make them they decided to punish the people that were stealthy. So for example, if I was running around on a roof, I could jump off at my target in ACR and they could stun me because there was I couldn't interact with them for so many frames after hitting the ground. Well, in AC3 they decided to change that because so many people complained about it. So they changed it to be the complete opposite. If you jumped off the roof, the person on the ground couldn't interact with you. So that leads to the whole reverse drop stun crap. Now you see this a lot more in game modes like Assassinate, and this kind of ruined the game mode of Assassinate because everybody's out to get stuns. Now I know you could say that ACR ruined Assassinate, but that's neither here nor there, because if they didn't fuck with Smoke Bomb, then it may have not been the way it was. But the fact that somebody can jump off the roof and stun me is just completely utter bullshit, you know? So that needs to go big time. So if we can't punish somebody for being reckless, running around on the roof and jumping off after us, whether we lured them into it or not, needs to go. So if that's going to go, then so should reverse drop stuns, you know? Just get rid of it. The next thing I think needs to be changed is the sprint mechanic. Now, this goes back to making the game easier for new players. The company shouldn't be trying to make the game easier for new players. It should be difficult, that people should learn how to play and learn how to get good at the game, you know? So I feel the sprint mechanic needs to go back to how it used to be, because why should it be fair that everyone's on the same playing field, you know? You got people that are good at ACB, ACR free running, and people that aren't. And that is one of the things that separates us from them, that we are better at it, better at something than them, so we can, I don't know, avoid getting killed using the free running mechanics. I don't think everybody should be able to free run. I'm not saying that everyone can free run, but that's just my opinion, you know. So what else is there? that's really it, to be honest. If they made those few changes to the game, I think overall the multiplayer experience wouldn't be dead. I think people like myself and others would still be playing it, because there's a lot of people in the community that used to play a lot of ACR or even ACB before my time that have stopped playing Assassin's Creed altogether. They're not even posting it. So if these simple changes were to be made, then I feel it would improve the whole game. And I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. So yeah. Whatever video you watched, I want to say thanks for watching this, guys. I'll catch you later, YouTube.